I do feel that you need to filter this through, because you're entering this new chapter. So it's kind of taking time out here, meditating, filtering this through, okay? Because I get this invisible value system, and it's to do with, and value systems are to do with programming and the way a person has been programmed as a child, yeah? So and a template of the way this person was brought up. So this is the invisible curtain that, you know, you did not see this. It was invisible. This value system was invisible to you, okay? And I feel this is why this particular situation, or this relationship, or this person here, why it kind of clashed, and why it kind of was very painful for you, Sagittarian, is because of this invisible, you didn't, I tried to explain this invisible value system, this template this person was brought up with. Now, just to give you an idea here, I feel that you, Sagittarius, not saying all Sagittariuses, it could be the other way around. I feel that this program, that you know, the template that you was brought up with, Sagittarius, and I get itchy nose when spirit comes in here, but it's an upbringing with morals and standards, high morals and high standards, okay? And you know, social graces, and brought up with a self-confidence too, a self-confidence in terms of looking at this reading here, in terms of being championed, you know, oh, well done, you did great there, and you know, you look lovely, and it's kind of feeding your validation and your ego. I feel that your parents were very I feel your template and your parents and your upbringing was very aware of you know, feeling good inside, and being happy with yourself and loving yourself, and you may have had I don't know, grandparents that treated your father with a rod of iron, and your father actually thought to himself, I'm not going to treat my children like that, I'm going to, you know, like that Victorian way, I am going to treat my children with the respect, you know, that they mean something, okay? So I do get this kind of you know, and I feel that you was brought up with a sense of humour, laughing at, you know, if you have a bad day, to learn to laugh at it, you know, oh, we've got to laugh or she'll cry, kind of thing. And you know, so it's like learning to laugh, and this kind of builds up your, you know, your self-confidence, your self-esteem, yeah? So and you felt secure, I feel, as a child, Sagittarian. I mean, I'm a Sagittarian, and I felt incredibly secure as a child. You know, I was lucky. We didn't have a lot of money, but I felt very secure as a child, you know, very loved. My parents were very sensitive, very loving, and you know, it was showed, you know, all in the household, this love. Cuddles, always cuddling, and always saying I love you, very important, you know. So I feel that you felt very secure, and this in turn gave you empathy towards life, and people that don't you know, empathy for people who, you know, you was brought up in a humanitarian manner, I feel, and to feel for humanity and feel sorry for people who are struggling. Yeah. So this was your template, and this in turn made you feel important, that you mattered, that you had a purpose. You was brought up with a purpose in life, which was to be productive, and productive to humanity, productive spiritually, and where, you know, you can share your love with others because you've been given that love and that template as a child, so you can share that with people less fortunate than you. So this is you, the empath here, and I don't want to go on about, you know, narcissism, but you was totally blind to this invisible, you know, system here, invisible value system here of this other person. And it was like, it was kind of poles apart. So I get this other person who this magician, and you have to feel sad for this magician, you really do, because the template that this magician had was not as half as secure as your own. And I feel that's where you need to be very you know, forgive this person, because although they were cruel, or they may have not been very nice to you, took a lot of their baggage out on you, I feel that you have to kind of feel sorry for them, really, because I do get with this card layout here, this person had a template of abandonment. They may be abandoned as a child in whatever manner. This made them feel very insecure. I've got this person in turn was sarcastic and superficial with people. They didn't know how to forge relationships. Very self-absorbed, like, I'm going to look after myself, I'm number one here, I'm going to be selfish. As you were opposite to that, you was very, you know, wanted to give to humanity. This person is always uncertain about their job, their feelings, their relationships. There's no certainty in their life. So you're trying to, you know, tread carefully around these eggshells of this uncertainty around this person, or this is what you did. So this person had no boundaries, no morals, destructive, destroys everything that's good, very confused about life, does not know what's good or bad, doesn't know how to have relationships. Actually, this person actually raised themselves. They were abandoned. So, and even when they did have both parents at home, they were ignored. It was very dysfunctional family. Lots of arguments, lots of fighting, lots of ignoring each other. So this person does not know how to have a relationship. So this in turn made this person very self-centered. And this person going into the big world out there noticed that there are people like you, Sagittarius, who has had this life where upbringing with lots and lots of love. In fact, I get smothered. You were smothered by your parents. You had your parents present when you was growing up. So I get this made you very giving to other people, and this person saw this within you. They saw this very kind-natured person, and they were like confused about, where did you get that from? Why am I not like that? And in life they saw these people that were very that didn't seem to have a care in the world, and was very loved by their parents, and you know, they had great bikes, great toys, and all of this kind of thing. Not saying that material things made children, but this person noticed that growing up they felt like they were not worthy. So like I said, these invisible values, and this is what was hidden from you, because this person pretended and mirrored you, and mirrored you, and mirrored you, that lovely giving person. Could be the other way around too. You may say, well, I know a Sagittarian that's, you know, very not like that at all. So I'm not saying everyone here, but this is what the general energies I'm getting for Sagittarius. And I do feel it's very confusing for empaths when, you know, they're out there giving to humanity, and somebody mirrors what they do, and you kind of notice that they are mirroring, and you can't quite put your finger on it, because you've got a normal kind of template and a normal kind of way of being. So you're trying to work it. This doesn't seem real and it doesn't seem right, but I can't put my finger on it. But eventually you will put your finger on it, or you have put your finger on this. Eventually this comes out, because this person can only hide this for so long, and it starts to seep out here. Okay, and when it seeps out is in deep intimate relationships, because you love them, because you have this unconditional way about you, this humanitarian way about you of giving. They feel that you love them, you care about them, and why they lash out at you is because you care about them, you love them, and they take it, you know, they take it all out of you. And this is what's quite damaging for empaths. Okay, and I have to say, this is not your fault, or it never was your fault. I'm going back here now, because we're going on to this new chapter, Sagittarians, and it's a new chapter, but it's like filtering. I'm trying to help you filter this through. This person that had these invisible values, you know, things you didn't know about. These invisible values could include drug taking, could include alcoholic, could include to try to hide these feelings of this feeling unloved and unworthy. It could mean, you know, sleeping around, sex addiction, trying to get validation, being a total, you know, attention whore. So all this is hidden behind this screen of you. You know, you're this person that they'd love to be, and they hide it from you because they feel ashamed of it. And this shame goes so deep. It's unbelievable. It goes way back to childhood. So it's kind of filtering this, Sagittarius, and understanding this. This is why I brought this up, because this person, this came out in the end, this magician. Okay, this magician could not hide this any longer. They felt loathsome, because that's what they are. They're a loathsome character, you know. They were brought up with no guidance, no moral compass. You know, they may have had parents that were also sadistic and abusive. So they may have said to them, they were quite sadistic, they were telling them the wrong way to, or they may have had a step parent that guided them down this wrong, destructive road. Okay. And as they've got into adulthood, they realise, these people, I want to be like that person who's always worked hard. You know, I want to be like that other person with this other value system. of having a great upbringing, having lots of love around, cuddles, being told that they love them all the time, having social graces, being self-confident, sense of humour about everything that gets them through life and helps to ground them, feeling secure, having pure empathy for people, valuing themselves and being productive in life. They don't possess this. It's an opposite. It is two opposites. So invisible value systems is what you've been through. And now it's kind of finding your way with this, finding your way through this, which is not easy, because I think you know, part of your heartstrings is telling you, if this person's got these invisible values, what the hell has this person done? You know, what have they done that I don't know about? What have they done that they just want to do blatantly in front of me, because I would just not guess it, because I was such a good person, or you're such a moralistic person that you just wouldn't guess that anybody could be so cruel like that, that would have this invisible thing going on. So it's like having a double life, you know, and actually I can have this scummy life here with all these values that are scummy, you know, because I was brought up, I was dragged up, I actually brought myself up here. But I can also have you that cares and loves about me, and I can trash everything about you, about what you stand for, that I hate and loathe, because I was, you know, I was deprived of that growing up. So I'm not saying you was deprived of this, I'm talking from the other person's point of view, this magician here. This is where we have to be careful with life. Is it their fault? Well, to be honest with you, this person could do something about this, go and seek therapy. If they had a terrible upbringing, they can go and seek therapy and be a better person in adulthood, and learn empathy and learn to love themselves. But this person's magician, no. This magician would rather have this stinky, horrible life that's hidden from you, because they know it's disgusting. They know that if you knew about it, you would just get rid of them. And I feel that, anyway, this has all come to the surface now, as you know, Sagittarius, as you know, and I feel this has been trundling along for a while. And if it's not a person, it's you realizing this person from the past had this invisible value system, okay, which they hid for so long, but it's all out in the open, and they're exposed to what they are now. So so let's continue with this reading. I mean, this is just the start of this reading, really. So you need to get your childlike innocence back, because this person may have, you know, it's abuse, really. They may have tried to transfer all their pain from their childhood onto you, so and hurt you because they've been hurt. I've been hurt, so they're saying I've been hurt, so I want you to be hurt. I want you to take this. How dare you step into my life with this perfect life that you've had, you know, these loving parents, and you know, and this, that and the other. How dare you make me feel like eat scum even more, you know, this person. So I've got here, yeah, trying to be open-hearted, because this is who you are, Sagittarian. You're open-hearted like this child here, and that's on top of this being independent. So be independent, and you know, have this childlike spirit, because There's no need for you to harbour. I know that you've probably been hurt by this Magician, but there's no need for you to harbour this person anymore, because you know, they've shown their true colours, I feel. And it's kind of, because on top of this I've got that you do want love. Got the Ace of Water. I don't feel you want love from somebody who does not know how to love, because you cannot get somebody, unless they go to therapy from like a teenager right into adulthood. There's no hope for these kind of people. And so I think you have to, although you think, well, you know, if they tried and got therapy and you know, work through this and work through why they're destructive, why they have no moral compass, why they have to hide their scummy kind of sewer lifestyle, then, you know, that would have had to have started way back in teenage years, but they haven't. So they continue, and they will never stop until they die. Okay. And I feel this is what you have to filter through, because we're talking about, don't forget, the title of this video is your new chapter here, and it's realizing you're not going to get people like this to ever change, not unless they got to in like an adolescent stage of life where they probably stunted there, got really deep therapy to get them to realize this. So I do feel that you want unconditional love, because you are capable of unconditional love, Sagittarian. You are capable of this unconditional love. After this experience, which is quite a bitter sweet experience, because I think once you pull out of this, or you're pulling out of this into this new chapter, it's a bitter sweet experience, because the bitterness and the taste of this scummy life that this person pushed onto you or tried to push onto you is over. Okay, it's over, and you're never going to revisit that again in your lifetime. Means that this sweet experience is that you are going to have a life that's with purpose, because you've been brought up with this template of love, you know, unconditional love with this card here. So thinking about your new chapter, nobody's taken away your childhood upbringing. That will never go. And so who's going to be the successful one here? You are this Magician. Now, you know you're going to get back your innocence, you're opening your heart again, because you're not scared to do that, because you've been brought up not to be scared to love. And it is sad, and it is sad, but these people are total destructive. They're destructive, not only destructive for their own lives, but whoever they get involved with, they are destructive towards. Okay, they just want to destroy everything. So I actually see you grounding yourself here, grounding yourself. Got the Queen of Earth. And this new chapter, first of all, grounding, and there's a calling here, there's a calling for you to reground yourself. What was the purpose of you meeting this Magician? I have no idea. I feel it's I do feel it's cosmic, I do feel it's spiritual, that you needed to be faced with this to see what a great upbringing you had, what you know, what potential that you've got, because in your core of your being you feel secure, and that is the main thing here. You feel secure. These people are these kind of people are just crumbling inside, but you have a strong core. If it wasn't one parent that maybe showed you your purpose in life, it was another. Whatever they said to you, they led you down a road of purpose. It may have been even the smallest of things, you know, like if you get up in the morning, you know, open the curtains, let's see what a beautiful bright day it is. Come on, let's get up, let's get out there, let's enjoy this beautiful weather and go and see the beautiful nature. Even if you was brought up like that, you've been brought up to value a value system of noticing the beauty in life, not noticing the negativities in life, because this template, other template, was get up you lazy so and so, you piece of scum, get out of that bed, you actually stink. That's the difference, the poles apart here. So the new chapter, and I'm sorry my camera keeps going, the new chapter is you spending time alone just for a while, and I think you know that. You want to filter this through, celebrate that you have this beautiful, you know, that you actually see beauty, you actually see the beauty in people, you actually notice people, you actually notice that inner shine in a person, you know, so you know, and you love a big full moon, and you know, you celebrate a lovely sunny day, you know, and if it snows you see the beauty of it, and it's all, you know, it's all within your core. So I've got here, you know, I do feel you're being mindful. The Six of Air is you've been through a turbulent time here, but you're moving into calmer waters, this transition, this new chapter, and to something better, you know. If this has not made you stronger, I don't know what will. Now we've still got the Magician hanging around here. I think he's Mr. Important here, because he's got, I get a third party here celebrating the fact that he's got multiple partners. What a loser, while you are moving into this transition this transition to something better. So I think this Magician is still trying to have links with you, because they think, well, you know, look at me, because the way they celebrate life is not through a lovely sunny day and a crisp frosty morning and enjoying that beautiful sunshine and breathing that Prada in, you know. This person actually celebrates when they're abusing people, when they're getting one over on somebody, and when they're cheating, and when they're lying, and when they've got as multiple partners, showing them sex, whatever it is, when they're on drugs. And you can't see this because I've hidden this from you, and I'm celebrating that, because look what I can do. Well, I tell you what, stuff what you can do, mate. That's what I would say to this person, and go and sit in your own pig sewer, because it's not what I am. And this is what you're saying, Sagittarius. This is not who I am. I value myself. I value the people that are around me, and I don't do that. I don't play games like that. I don't cheat, and I'm very loyal because of the way I've been, you know, of my great upbringing. So I just want to say that that's the first layer, going into this new chapter. So I'm going to put the second layer, and this is about your new chapter. And this time frame, which is, I know it's Christmas and New Year, and it's quite painful to go through a transition to a new chapter at such a time of the year, but I'm afraid you've got no choice. And that's why we've got this Mercury retrograde going through our sign, Sagittarius, and making it so damn difficult again. But let's push through this and see where we go. Now I'm going to put the second layer, which I'm going to use the Heart Oracle deck. Hello Sagittarius, and I've put the second layer here, which is the Good Tarot, and we're talking about walking down this road onto a new chapter, but we've got these obstacles along the way. So this person is still hanging around. They're still trying to retract some kind of emotion from you. They're still trying to control you in some manner. But you know, like I said, this invisible value system has been revealed, and you can see exactly what this person is. And you're not interested. You're not interested in this. You're not interested in some scumbag like this. You know, so I feel that it's a time of finding peace for you, peace, and following your heart, because that's part of a new chapter, is following your heart, not your head, following your heart. But I have got that you've tried to keep yourself very grounded in this situation, whatever this is, because I've got the base chakra grounded in the terms of being stable mentally, because you've observed this person and you've seen the truth, and it's a shocking truth. This person may have you know, multiple partners, you know, and this person is absolute scum. They don't even know who they are. You know, they may have this pretty face, they may have this false persona, but they have no idea who they are, and there's multiple people around them in love with them, thinking, you know, that this person's absolutely the perfect soulmate for them, but this person does not even know who they are. This has been very challenging for you. Got challenging times here. That this invisible value system is being revealed. And it's sad. It's very sad that this person just needs adoration and love from everybody, because they didn't get it as a child. And that's what I've got here, that, you know, you can't have a relationship with this kind of person. You cannot have a long-lasting relationship with this kind of a person, because this person will just destroy anything that's good that's in front of them and blame you. It's your fault, and blame you for it. It's all your fault. It's your fault. And all this gaslighting, you know, of like, it's your fault that I did this. You know, it's your fault that you pushed me into this. You know, so yeah, trying to ground yourself, because you didn't know this invisible. You didn't know this invisible value system. What was you to know? But you've met your darkest fear here. This person is some kind of, what can I say, a sociopath? Now this person is going to come, is still around you, or is going to come, because it's Christmas, isn't it? It's Christmas. I've got your Christmas present here. I've got your Christmas present here. You know, please come back. So there is a confrontation, I feel. You know, how dare you take my love and just abuse it? How dare you take my love and just abuse it? Who the hell do you think you are by doing that? It's just showing you what kind of a scumbag you are. And how dare you? But be careful, this person is saying, that, you know, you're alone. Just be careful who you pick your battles with here. Because this person will come back and try to pick a battle with you. So I get, yeah, this person's, let's talk. Let's talk. Open up. Let's talk. We need to talk. Let's talk. I would say to this magician, let's talk. Are you kidding? You're kidding me, aren't you? You should have talked a long time ago to some therapist, not to me now. You know, so I've got, yeah, this person is showing their hand to you, but not just to you. This person is sharing their love around, and that's what's going to, you know, look at all those people in the background. You know, this person's got multiple lovers, and they're sharing their love because they can't love. They extract love from people because they've never had love, and that's why they have these multiple people. And yeah, you need to get away from this pretty swift, and I think you have. And I've got here this transition. You're already moving away from this, but it's like the beginnings of moving away from this, because you've made your decision here. You're not going to be deluded anymore, and you've made your decision, and I'm going to keep with this decision because you have hidden your value system from me. And you, Sagittarius, was just following your heart. You just want to find happiness. And this is what you did. This person exploited this. And you're going to go on this new journey, which is also following your heart. Being more educated of people like this. Okay. Finding your own happiness and not being afraid, because you have a solid core, that you're not going to be afraid of the unknown, and you're going to do what you love. This person hated everything that you loved because they didn't know how to love anything, you know. So you're now free to love what you love, do what you love. Embrace love, the feeling of love, and embrace love like it's all around us, this energy of love, and embrace it, you know, in a spiritual sense. This person blocked this love from you, and they did it on purpose because they didn't have it from their childhood upbringing, so they tried to block it from you. I'm not going to show you love, or I'm not going to show you respect. I am not going to be, you're not going to be the only person that I love. You're not going to have that satisfaction of feeling totally loved unconditionally. So this is a feeling of embracing love from nature, whatever. Embracing love, championing what you love. So be around situations and places that you love, and you know, watch those nature programs that you love. Watch those you know, beautiful movies that you love, you know, with all those heartfelt, you know, tugs of your heart kind of feeling. Embrace love, especially after this. Embrace love. Embrace love of nature. Embrace love of humanity. Instead of feeling this heaviness, and this heaviness of this, what this person brought to you. Instead of feeling this negativity that this person brought to you, feel love instead. And actually, this is a good education for you, because you're learning when not to engage in negativity. If somebody's negative, if somebody starts bitching and moaning and starts being very negative, you're just going to turn your back. Well, I'm not really interested in being negative, and I think you just need to embrace love. You know, life is too short to allow these negative people into your life. And I feel you know, you need to embrace and turn your back on these destructive people who don't know how to love. And I keep saying that, and I know I keep repeating that, but it's very important. Engage in passion and love of life. Allow beauty into your life that drives you, and take time and care of yourself. And this is where your new chapter begins. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. I don't feel I need to go further into this reading, because this is over Christmas, and I just feel it's just preparing for this new chapter. Healing yourself, surrounding yourself with love, affection, love of humanity, being around positivity and not negativity. So whenever you put a program on the television, make sure it's a positive program. Every time you put music on, make sure it's positive, beautiful, spiritual music, and surround your world with love, because this person was starting to surround your world with negativity, because they felt that you know, why did you to deserve love when I didn't deserve love? Why? And I think that's your answer. This person is an education, really. It's an education. It's an education for the next chapter of your life, to just surround yourself with positivity, love, beautiful music, beautiful people, and turn your back on negative people who are destructive. And I'm going to leave it at that. This is the time frame, and it is Christmas, so Christmas is a great time to share your love. You know, buy some lovely little presents for the people that you love, share your love, and see their faces beam, and you know, and enjoy that beautiful you know, that beautiful sunrise, sunset in the winter time, the frosty mornings, you know, the robins and the birds singing, and all of that. Just embrace it, because this is your new chapter. Okay, sending you lots of love, Sagittarius. Have a great Christmas, and I will be doing extras anyway. But I think this really covers this time frame of this new chapter, this spiritual new chapter. Very important. Do not let negativity back into your life ever again. Okay. Sending you lots of love, lots of blessings, and you take care. Bye bye.